Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about COVID, its learnings and actions. Okay, now what happened in COVID during this time? People have lost jobs, unfortunately. Salaries have reduced for people who are there in the employment. Shops and businesses have closed. Confined houses are everybody working from their laptops, working from their desktops, making video calls and stuff like that. No theaters, no entertainments, no malls, no hotels, no tourism. Tourism has absolutely got stopped. Travels have been abandoned. Real estates have come down. Stock market is just recovering from its rock bottom prices. Now, let us go to a different paradigm altogether. There are some companies which has totally vanished or become obsolete. Example, Konica, you must be knowing they were the stars of photographies in those times. Okay, the Nokia, BlackBerry and Motorola from the mobile point of view. Now, you don't know where they are actually. Then, automobile sector, Ambassador cars, Premier Padminis, which were once upon the monopoly in the market. Okay, then television sets like Dynora, Philips, and all those things have nowhere to be seen. It has just got vanished. It has stopped the production itself. Tape recorders, video cassettes, it has gone out of the race totally. Now, typewriters, stenography, stencil makings, these are all the most important machines in any offices about 20 years back. Now, they are not at all there. Now, if you see what is common between what COVID has happened, the repercussions of COVID, and what is common to the ones which has vanished, there is one single word. What is that? That is adaption to changes. Changes have happened in the world. Now, if the companies or the people do not adapt themselves to changes, they become obsolete and vanished with time. That is the reality. They have to be flexible to take up new challenges, to learn new things and go ahead with the trend. Old rigid mindset will not work. That's all. That is the reality. Now, if you understand the reality, right, these are the few points. Okay, top giving proverbs. A turn in the road does not mean that it is the end of the road. It's a new beginning. You'll have to make a new beginning. It is not that you are lost. You are totally out of the world. You'll have to adapt to new changes. Okay, try to take new changes and then modify yourself. See, flexibility should be in yourself to adapt those things, right? If you don't adapt to changes will erode you. You'll be completely washed out. Okay, nobody can swim against the tide in this technological and business trends. Change is the only thing which is permanent. All others are temporary in life. You have to understand these realities because these realities do happen in the course of our life of 50, 60 active work life. That's what I wanted to emphasize now. Now, how do these changes? How do we imbibe these changes? What do we do to get these changes adapted to ourselves? First thing is mindset. You have to change your mindset. You have to keep your mind open. Open for what? Open for flexibility. Flexibility to turn new things, to learn new things. Okay? To learn things which are upcoming. Upgrade your skills. Okay? And then learn new things so that you can get adapted, adjusted, and then go along with that fight. Okay? And for that, you'll have to develop some sort of an interest and curiosity in what is happening. What are the changes which has happened? You should have that curiosity. You should develop that interest, enthusiasm to learn new things. How new things work in the new atmosphere, in the new situation. Okay? Nothing is impossible, friends. Under the earth, nothing is impossible. A small boy of 5 years, what he can learn. A young youth of 20, 25 years, what he can learn. A 40 years middle-aged who can learn. A 60 years old man who can learn are absolutely the same. Only thing is mindset. There have been a obscene number of examples where people have learned at the age of 60 and started 65. Okay? Example, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay, the person has started his factory or industry at the age of 65, and you know now how many branches he has got across the world. There are a number of examples to say. People who have started late in life succeed extremely greater than people who have started at the time when they were youth. And youth people, if they are very smart, they start great. They adapt to new changes with the open mindset. So it is all boiling down to one factor: change in mindset. Keep your mind open. Never keep it rigid. Life have to be flexible. If you think like that, I think you are a winner in the race. Let us go to the next step. Now, what should we do in this changing atmosphere? COVID has brought a lot of changes, mind you. The world is really going to change heavily. Slowly but surely, it is going to change the complete operational model. Completely the way the things are going to get operated, completely the way the offices are going to work, completely the way the technology is going to take the world by a huge change. So what should we do? How should we get adjusted to this? So think of an area. As an individual, think of an area which you are very passionate about, which you think is your strong point. Try to recollect your historical happenings where you are praised for something good you have done, where you are extremely talented and people have recognized your talent in the form of, rewards or awards. Take that as a niche skill of yours. Okay? Learn how that skill has developed over the period of years and what you need to do to bridge the gap between what you have learned and what is happening today. For that to learn, start going to so many places like YouTube or online courses where you can see to upgrade yourself. Okay, there are plenty of places nowadays. You don't need to go to a classroom for learning. You have online courses, you have free courses where you can start learning whatever you want and whatever skill you want to do it. It can be done just sitting at home. My dear friends, learning is never a barrier nowadays. It is only an internet and your laptop or a desktop that matters. That's it. You can conquer the entire world with that. Okay? Be aware of what changes have happened in your skill set or in your area over a period of years. Now try to learn that and see how much you can contribute, because you were already a master in that particular field. The fields could be so many things. You could be a good writer. You could be a good programmer. Okay, you could be a good teacher. You could be presenting very well. You could be good at organizing things. Okay, and then you can be a good cook. Okay, you can be very good in drawing. You can be very good in writing blogs. You can be very good in research. You can be good in video taking. You can be very good in acting. So many skills are there in this world. You see Google, there are a number of occupations which are always great. Only thing, you have to keep your eyes and ears open for what you want to do and when you want to start it and when you have to start acting upon it. That's it. The world has got full of opportunities ready open for you. Okay, there are online opportunities, plenty of opportunities. Let us go to the next slide to see, how we should do this. Okay, learn. Now the trend is people who have been of the older generation. Okay, they have to now start learning online things. Try to get hands-on with computers, with laptops, with the way they are going to communicate with people, like, taking video calls, creating videos, teaching online. All these things you will have to get adapted for people of older generation. Okay, upskill yourself, right? You have to go on upskilling yourself, because learning is life and life is learning, right? If you don't learn, you get stagnated, your knowledge gets obsolete and you're nowhere in the race to compete with. Okay, there are so many courses, where you can take free courses, like you can do paid courses for very cheap costs, like Udemy, like Coursera, Udilite, and there are umpteen number of online courses which you can take to upgrade your skills, increase your knowledge, and become more perfect and adapt yourself to what you want to do. Okay, then for your own area, you will have to be aware of what changes and trends are going on in the modern world, right? For the Google is the best site for you to go and type your niche, and then you will see what are the latest trends which are going on for you to get to be aware of. Then YouTube, for knowing the demos which people and experts have given in that field. Okay, then subscribe to online magazines which will give you more knowledge and the developments and keep you updated whenever there's a change happening in the world. Okay, and then once you have learned all these things, now how do you want to encash this? How do you want to get a job to encash your skills? There are online opportunities. Okay, now Cream, Monster and Shine have been traditional online platforms for registering your resume and taking it forward. Now there are also very many sites where you can register, like freelancers.com, Upwork, Flexi Jobs, where you can register and try to take contract jobs and then start proving your mettle in that. Okay, now what is the future? Now, having said all these things, now what is the future? If you see COVID, what has happened, you would have, if you lightly think about what future has got in store for all of us in general, not specifically, permanent jobs may totally go off. Companies now know that work can be executed from home instead of coming to office. So they have learned that trick now. The thing is, now they want specialists in every job. General skill does not work anymore. So specialized skill in a particular field will be the only people who will be sought after for any jobs. and they will be hiring people for contract jobs, and then they'll be shifting gears. They'll not be like old type of working that, you come to office, we give you 20 years of employment, we give you PF, we give you gratuity, we give you leave and all the stuff. No, I'm going to execute a project. I want 10 people who are skilled in, say, programming, in database administration, in architecture, in business analysis, and then in project management. So they will hire people on specialized roles, and after the project over, all the people are out of the job. This is what is the world going to happen. So we have to be prepared for that. It is not something that I want to scare you, but I want to caution you, this is the way the world is progressing. American type of hire and fire is going to come to India, because a lot of Indian companies are aping American style of working, and American companies are opening doors in India for plenty of opportunities like that. So a person who has got the knowledge will survive. Knowledge is power. That's it. Now, work and communications are going to be totally online. That's absolutely one big advantage for you, right? Fine. Skilled jobs are going to be very highly paid, like in software, if you say artificial intelligence, machine learning, digital marketing. The education is going to be totally online. Social media upgradation, everything. These all things are going to be skyrocketing in opportunities. And the one thing is, you can't now depend on something like 20 years back, a clerk for getting your file, water got by a water boy, and liftman operating it, nothing. Everything you'll have to do yourself. This is why the concept of buy your own device has come. So this is what is the future going to be as such. So we have to be mentally prepared for it. Now, what is the prediction? See, what we have observed, if you really take into account, once in 10 to 15 years, there had been a complete change of operations in the world. Okay? In 2002, in India especially, there was a change called globalization and regularization, which has come into effect, due to which a lot of foreign companies, foreign institutional investors have come and invested in India, due to which real estates have started booming. Stock markets have started booming. Software exports and exports in all the fields have started, increasing like leaps and bounds. People who are smart enough to know this trend at that particular point of time have made millions become crorepati's by now, 10-15 years, because they were able to catch this in the beginning. Early bird catches the worm. So the people who are able to catch the trend at the very beginning of these changes were able to be the masters of their particular field. Now, in 2020, because of this COVID, this change has come. What changes have come? Digitalization. Okay? Social media upgradation. All these things have come. Now, how you make use of social media, like YouTube, like Twitter, like LinkedIn, right? At the same time, the technological changes like artificial intelligence, right? And then online coaching, online tutoring, all this stuff. How are you going to make use of all these technologies for your own benefit? If you are able to know this trick, 10 to 15 years of time, you will be a master. You would have made a lot of money, and you will be highly successful and changing people around you by transforming them. If you are the leader, people will automatically follow you. So you don't become a person of victim of situations. That is what I'm trying to caution your friends. Okay? Now, what we have to do ultimately, we have to think where we have to restart in fact, then act, then get going, and then enjoy for the next 10 or 15 years. So 4 top proverbs for you to get motivated. Okay? If you are born poor, you cannot be blamed. But if you are retiring poor, you have to be blamed solely. Who has said this? This is said by the great Bill Gates. You become only what you think and act. It is your mind. If you think that you are going to be great, you are going to be successful, you will be. It is all your mindset which needs to be tuned to. Okay? Your mind is a gold mine. It is there to supply you magical thoughts and ideas. Those are said by Earl Nightingale. Okay? He was a great changer. He was a great transformation reader. Ideas rule the world, and you could be the ruler of that. Ideas are the most important thing. Think of an idea that's going to change your career, going to change the community, and you are the ruler of that. Okay, friends? With this, all the best to you. I hope you like this video. I think it would have sparked some ideas in your mind. If you like this video, please subscribe and please click the bell button so that my videos can come to you regularly. Okay, friends? All the best for you. All the best for your career. Have a great day. Have a great season ahead. Bye.